Hey guys, this is Eric. Welcome back to the channel. As you can see, we're in the garage today with the trusty 2004 GX470. It has a squeak coming from the front suspension. I have a few ideas as to what I think might be the culprit, but we're going to jack it up, try to isolate the different components and determine the source of the squeak and see if we can get it fixed. Let's get started. Okay guys, we have the GX on jack stands and the front tires removed. What I believe is causing the squeak are these upper bushings on the bushings on the upper control arm. It could possibly also be this ball. What we're going to do is disconnect this bolt right here and articulate the arm up and down and see if that is in fact what's squeaking, and if it is, then we'll work on re-greasing those upper polyurethane bushings. All right guys, we're here at O'Reilly's. We're going to run in and see if they have a needle for our grease gun and get home and see if we can get this repair made. All right guys, just got out of O'Reilly's. I think this is the part we need right here. I hear a little squeaking coming from that sway bar bushing right there. Okay, so we have the bolt loosened, ready to take out. I've put a ratchet strap on here to hold the spindle, so it has a tendency to want to fall backwards. So we've got this ratchet strap to hold in place. We're going to cut this zip tie, and then we'll articulate the upper control arm. While performing these steps, we identified another issue that we thought could be causing the squeak. This bolt right here is moving inside of the end of the shock right here, or coilover. As a result of this new information, we decided to reconnect the upper control arm and remove the coilover. We have the upper control arm reattached, bolt installed, ABS wire zip tied out of the way. We've got the bolts removed off of the top of the strut. Getting ready to remove the strut, and we'll have it out in a second. Okay, I have the coilover out and kind of cleaned it up a little bit. Took it out and power washed it, wiped it down. Used a little brake cleaner to get it all cleaned up as best I could. Overall, looking good. I didn't mention this earlier, but this is a Radflow 2.0 regular length travel for a GX470. We've had these on the GX since 2015 or so, so roughly 9 years. And here is the culprit. You can see that bolt is moving around. Not bad after 9 years, but I'll have to order the parts for this. It won't be in. I'm not sure when it'll be in, so I'm going to go ahead and put a little anti-seize in here, try to lube it up as best I can, and put it back together and see if it controls the squeaking or not. Probably should have put gloves on before I did this, but here we go.
A man made out of tin!
ways down. Okay, this is the driver's side coilover after we got it all cleaned up. This bushing is in much better condition, or I mean, high ball joint, whatever you want to call that, is in much better condition, almost like new. I don't detect any slop in that. Because that's so good, I'm just going to put this side back together. I'm not going to put any anti-seize on it. Come here, my little Ugga Dugga machine. All right, we're back in the garage. Our parts arrived. We have a new bearing for our coilover. We're going to jack up the front of the GX470, remove the right front coilover, and set it up on the workbench and get this bearing replaced. So here is our new bearing, our spacers. There are 2 snap rings, one on each side of this. I'm going to take those out and press this in. So we have the old bearing pressed out. Here are the spacers. They fit inside the new bearing. And we're going to get this pressed in. Okay, we got it pressed in. Now we are reinstalling the coilover. Removing and reinstalling the coilover on a Toyota independent front suspension is a pretty straightforward and easy process. And reinstalling the bottom bolt on the coilover and securing the nuts on the top of the coilover. Replacing the bearing on the coilover didn't completely eliminate the squeak, so we decided to go ahead and completely rebuild the Total Chaos upper control arms by replacing the uniballs and the polyurethane bushings. Here we're removing the bolt on the brake line bracket, which I later determined we didn't really need to remove. Here we're removing the battery. You have to have the battery out of the way to get the bolt on the upper control arm on the driver's side out. We removed the upper control arms, and my son took them to his work and pressed out the old uniballs and pressed the new uniballs in. We have the new Total Chaos polyurethane bushings, so we're going to go ahead and stick those in there. Have some of this grease left over, so we're gonna, you can see there's a little void in there between the two bushings, so we'll squirt a little grease in there. there's that one. Once they're installed, we'll squirt some red grease in using the grease gun. Use our towel, wipe the surfaces of those off, make sure they're as clean as we can get them. So here it's going to go in like this. And then it's just kind of button everything up. There we go.
Here we're using a jack to raise the A-arm to get the bolt for the sway bar to realign.
Take this first one. Got to get enough grease in there to fill up that. I hear it.
We hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe.
and stay tuned for more off-road builds and outdoor adventures.